Steve Auvenshine was a flintlock expert and knife maker living in Paris, Kentucky, when he was recommended to work on the movie Master and Commander. He went on to work on other TV shows and movies. Then one of the knives ended up in Jurassic World. Hear how this bladesmith is bringing an edge to Hollywood in this week's arts and culture segment we call Tapestry.
This is the very first step of making the knife or the blade. And it might take me 20 minutes to an hour and a half to do the blade in the forge, depending on what it is and how intricate I want to be. That's probably only 10% of the time that it takes to build the knife, and the rest of it's inside finishing. What I do is I make knives, prop knives, for film and TV. I made them for Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, for The Rock in Jumanji, for Patrick Stewart in Star Trek. There's a lot out there in the world, and it's a lot of fun. I've been making knives since '91, and 2015 made the first Jurassic World knife. The Jurassic World knife did start it. That was the first movie knife. They are a little more involved when you're working on a film because you're on a deadline, a hard deadline, and there's always changes. You know, you send them a picture of what you've got done, and there'll be tweaks. There'll be, well, can you make the blade a little longer? Well, I can make another blade. You know, I can't stretch this one. Well, that very thing happened on Jumanji with the rocks. So they sent me a rendering of what they wanted. I said, yeah, I can make that. So I finished one in 2 weeks, and I've got two others well on their way. So I sent the first knife off. Apparently it got to Dwayne Johnson. They call him DJ. So it got to him, and he said, it's a bit wee. And they were like, as I was later, it's a bit wee? Prop master tells me, Steve, he wants it bigger than Crocodile Dundee's. So I sent templates to California and said, all right, pick which one you want. Well, he picked the biggest one I sent. It's almost a two-handed short sword. You can almost get two hands on it. Not quite, but a hand and two fingers. And then he said, and we want 5 finger grooves. I said, 5? I said, I know he's a big dude, but he's only got 4 fingers. I said, you can't, I mean, what's 5? There was this pause on the phone. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, just do 4. So we came to an agreement, and I turned out 3 of those knives, the ugliest knife I ever made. But on him, it looks right. And it's, you know, Jumanji's kind of a video game setting anyway, so that great big knife kind of works. What do I know? I'm just a knife maker. These art guys do it for a living. I mean, they know what they're after. And so you just need to learn to check your ego at the door and make what they want. So yeah, it's learn every day. And I've always said the difference between a professional and an amateur in a lot of these crafts, a lot of these artworks, is the ability to know how to fix your mistake. Now it's a knife-shaped thing. That's really all we can say about it. Got a long way to go. Got to get the blade drawn out and the tang drawn out. The tang being the part that goes inside the handle. It's been fun. It's been a good time. A lot of neat places to see and go, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's afforded me a lot of neat opportunities, neat adventures.
Cool indeed. Auvenshine's next upcoming feature is the series Chief of War, starring Jason Momoa.